When you tell one lie, you got to remember the 100 lies that you told to cover that lie up.
That wasn't no lie.
Be quiet and don't talk.
I know you want to control this room, but this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom, and you will answer my questions. Stop. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no?
Hello, everyone. Hey, Siren. Hey, Missy K. Hey, Jack. Ooh. I get on today. Hey, Jason. I get on YouTube today. First thing that comes on my screen, Lindsay is live, so I decided to watch her. And I fell behind today. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Lisa. So, last night on Jamie's, hey, Noodle, welcome. So a few people decided, hey, Witchy, hey, Care D, welcome. Hey, Jess. So we all saw it last night on Jamie's when CJ decided to go blow a gasket, get extra triggered. And it was awfully late here. And she was getting awfully annoying. So it was almost 4 a.m. here. And I was getting annoyed. So I quietly dismissed myself. I said nothing. And I went to bed. You know, it was like, ouch. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa, for that. Yeah, Jason, I had to watch the whole damn thing, the whole hour. And it was like friggin' annoying as hell. So, welcome, Noodle. So, CJ decided to start yelling and screaming. How dare you, Jamie? How dare us decide to give our own opinions on what's going on. It appeared to me that CJ was only interested in her. That was the way I viewed it last night. And I was like, really? CJ? So I started so this evening I decided to watch replay. I had to put it on 2x speed so I can get through it. It was like and for the most part, hey, I sock it. So for the most part, I had to I was looking at chat. And the usual people were there again. And the accusations kept coming and coming and coming. And I was like floored at some of the accusations that were coming out of Sub's mouth. Now, few some of the people in CJ's chat, I can see their opinion, you know. All right. It's like a who cares moment. But the first accusation that came out of one person's mouth was absolutely false. So let's go through that accusation, shall we? And I think this was directed towards me without even mentioning me. So the accusation was because of all this, she got thrown out of mod chat and she lost wrenches because of Jamie. Now, to answer your question, that isn't true. And I took your wrench on my channel because of your comments going at everyone else over on Jamie's channel, over on CJ's, over at Amber's channel. Not because of anything Jamie had to say. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Boyd Mama. Jamie had zero, zilch, nada, not a word to say about it. I made that decision all on my own. Damn. So they sit there and blame their own behavior on Jamie. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So you sit there in a few other people's chats and you start throwing passive aggressive insults towards people that people over here on this channel, over at Jamie's channel, over at Lindsay's channel, over at Moon's channel. And you expect me to sit there and do absolutely nothing about it. And which Nicole is absolutely right. What I do on my channel is my decision. Not Jamie's, not Sarah's, not Witchy's. It's my decision. It's not Jamie's decision to make. So this accusation being thrown that it's Jamie's fault that they lost wrenches is absolutely pathetic. And I'm gonna say this. There were two people over at CJ's chat for the last two times she went live. and they didn't lose a wrench. Why was that? Okay. One person was just saying hello to some people. And she wasn't trashing any of us. The other one went in yesterday. She made a few comments in CJ's chat. She still has her wrench. And here's the point I was just about to make, Sarah. Sarah was blocked on CJ's channel for no reason. Lindsay was blocked on Amber's channel for no reason. So Lindsay went live today because Amber, one of Amber's mods, decided to block her. Why? Because she decided to defend herself. Because she was probably a topic of conversation. Now, as long as Lindsay went in there respectful, I have no problem with anyone that comes in here respectful and gives their opinion or wants to defend themselves. Since there's no echo chamber, so I'm not sitting here saying, I'm not sitting here saying where you can and can't go on here. I'm not like that. I encourage people to go over and listen for themselves to what's going on. I encourage people to look for themselves, because that's what I do when I hear something or I see a community post or whatever. I go and listen in. You may not see me typing in an enemy chat or not always participating in a conversation, depending on who it is. But at least I'm doing something called fact checking before I even open up my mouth. Something that some people, some channels don't even bother doing. So another accusation that went through CJ's chat, is that the Legion runs the Clip-A-Dip channel. Now, I'm not gonna yeah, I think we all are at this point, as Hockett. We're all tired of the semantics, we're tired of the accusations, we're tired of the bullshit. And so a couple people in chat decided to say, oh, we're the Clip-A-Dip channel. I can see that, Jason. You can be friends with whoever you want on here. There's just that point where you come into a chat or whatever and you say, how do I word this? you come into a chat and you say hey to everyone or participating in a chat. And then you go to the next chat, the enemy's chat, and then you start talking shit. That's something I can't stand. And then you come back and you pretend it never happened. So they're actually accusing us of being the Clip-A-Dip channel, one of us. I'm not gonna repeat the name of who they used because it's bullshit. I don't buy it for 1 minute. And then they're saying that we're telling people where they can and can't go on YouTube, which is a bunch of bullshit. We're not telling you where you can and can't go. If we say something, we encourage you to go over and look for yourselves. There was someone in Lindsay's chat today that asked for proof. As annoying as that is, hey Gladys, I think she had every right to ask if there's any proof of what's going on. Not many people do that around here. But some people don't understand the difference between a stream of just giving your opinion and an expose stream. I could see that. But she asked for proof, and I'm sure Lindsay will make a video and tag them too. And Gladys here is getting clapback for something she probably never did in the first place. So if they want to bark up a tree for Clip-A-Dip, who Clip-A-Dip is, they're not looking close enough to the channel. So what I noticed about the Clip-A-Dip channel, Clip-A-Dip, is they're using some of the same graphics as Dorothy's channel. So if you want to bark up a tree, go bark up Dorothy's subs and Dorothy's supporters. Just saying, because they took a great care in mimicking Dorothy in a way with let's take our subs on a field trip. So suddenly it becomes, it's a Legion channel. Really? We don't have let's go on a field trip. That's more of a Dorothy thing. With the school bus and let's take our subs on a field trip. I don't know what they were asking proof of for exactly, Lisa. Yeah, that Clip-A-Dip channel is pretty old, Lisa. But CJ hates that channel. CJ hates Clip-A-Dip. So they need somebody to blame for that Clip-A-Dip channel. And we're not privy to some of the bullshit CJ pulled in the past. We don't have all those screenshots with her and Lori and possibly Jur. I don't know. Jur's not really mentioned much in those screenshots. So I don't think that. Hey, Charlene. So I don't think Jur had much to do with this, to be honest with you. So the CJ thing started several years ago. And one of the fights that turned out on Twitter or wherever old CJ hunting stomping grounds was Twitter. So what happened was CJ came over to this community, probably to run away from Marie 21 and her friends that were constantly battling it out. I believe Clip-A-Dip has several people behind it. I'm not very good at outing these channels. I have zero proof of who it is. So the people who I think run it, I'm not gonna really out suspects, because I think anyone listening will come up with their own conclusions on who Clip-A-Dip is. But here's the thing. CJ comes into this community, and then Marie 21 follows suit. And of course, Marie 21 has to go everywhere and warn everyone about CJ. And it annoyed the hell out of her. She couldn't move on from her past mistakes. And so we have Lori. We had Jur. And we had several other of CJ's friends sticking up for her, which I could see friends doing that. But they're the main antagonizers of Marie 21. And there are clips of CJ going real life on Marie 21, calling her parents and such. So CJ, you are not innocent. By all means, you have a history of going real life on people. We all know this. And then she decides to lie to my face and say it's all Marie 21's fault. No, CJ. I wasn't born yesterday. Now, do I agree with Marie 21 going to every single channel and saying how much she hates CJ? No. Because Marie 21's just making the situation worse. She can't let a damn thing go. Even when Jamie tried to because I remember this clearly, because Jamie actually reached out and said, is there any chance that there could be a peace agreement of some sort? And Marie 21 wouldn't have it. So the fight between CJ and Marie 21 is a two-way street. They don't get along. It's obvious to me that they want nothing to do with each other. But Jamie was right last night. CJ and her friends. Hey, meow. So CJ and her friends have a common theme when it comes to Marie 21. They antagonize her. She gets mad. And then she strikes. It's a continuing cycle. So when Jamie said that CJ does a live or a video on Marie often enough to stir the pot, Jamie's telling the truth. Because I seen a video on CJ. She made it members only, so to speak. Like the one last time. Probably because she threatened Mel Hawks. Or Mel or whatever. With contacting her parents with her YouTube activities. Yeah, she says it like, oh, I would hate for your family to find out what you do on YouTube, Mel. Now, you can sit there and say, well, she's acting concerned. But why would you say that to somebody? If you weren't passively aggressively threatening somebody. I'm sorry, but I don't buy the fact that, hey, Splash and Fall. So I don't really buy the fact that CJ's innocent by all means. Yeah, I hate that crap too, S-Hockey. I'm going to call your mommy and daddy. What are her mommy and daddy going to do about it? For fuck's sakes, you know? Tell her to knock it off? She's a grown-ass adult. She's a grown-ass adult. It's not like she's going to get grounded or get her privileges taken away for being on YouTube. So she acts like, oh, it's all Marie 21's fault. Now, I'm not saying Marie 21's innocent either. Because I've seen plenty of instances where she's the aggressor. They both are. They just don't get along on this platform. Why don't they just both block each other and get it over with already? There's not going to be a resolution to this issue. And I even said before, when CJ came over to Jamie's, even though Dorothy doesn't get much right, we all know Dorothy, right? She runs with things and she doesn't do her research. She doesn't check her facts. She hears something and then she runs with it. I wonder that too, S. Hockett. I wonder that too, because I'm just seeing, because from my vantage point, I'm just seeing just people at both ends shit stirring. So I seen Marie 21 going over to retros. And then the comment saying how much I hate CJ. And then CJ gets triggered over that. And then Retro has to make a response video. And that is a good question. Some people do like burning the candle at both ends. People go to retros, yeah. But they do, Jason, unfortunately. Some people like a train wreck. Want to view a train wreck in live action. And Retro has two people on her panel that are train wrecks. Just being real here. Just being real here. Damn. Damn, you know? And it's such a shame, really, what some of these people are saying, which really isn't much of the truth. I think we should start calling a section of this community a mental ward. Really. So they all think that Tiffany is like in my chat, Janie's chat, under alts. She's in Siren's chat. And she calls she calls the shots. That's according to Yaxley and the Ghosts. And some of these people are believing it because guess what? Amber says so. Because she was paranoid about Guess who? Tiffany. So it has to be true, right? Because Amber says so. According to them, she does no wrong, apparently. And I'm just sick of the fucking lies. I'm not saying Jamie was the nicest. Breaking up with her or whatever. But here's the thing. It takes two to fight, two to have sex, and two to rumble. It takes two. But they sit there and they blame the man for everything and they give the woman the excuse. Now I really had to think long and hard. Yeah, that's Haka. Absolutely. She got greedy. Amber got greedy. So what do we mean by greed? I don't think it was just financial. I don't think it was oh, let's get as many donations as possible. No, I think it was an emotional thing too. I think it was I think she had to have everything, so to speak. So she had to have that relationship. She had to have that sexual relationship. She couldn't deal with just being friends. So she tried to talk Jamie out of it. And that didn't work. So who did she blame at first? Tiffany. Now, I'm not going to sit here and defend Tiffany. She's a nasty, no good troll. We all know that. She's done a lot of horrible things to people on this platform for over a decade. And yes, Tiffany did reach out to Jamie during the ODN/tire incident. And he did. Jamie's human. He vented to Tiffany about how he felt. He's human, but he can't have feelings, right? Yeah, that too, Asaka. Attention. I think she has a need for attention. It's not just when you talk about greedy, it's not just financial. You can get greedy emotionally too. So she couldn't handle just the friends thing. So she got hurt. All right. She got dumped. We all know this by now. But instead of what a normal person does and just takes a step back and processes their feelings. What did Amber do? Okay, good night, Witchy. Thank you for coming. So what did she do? She talked shit about Jamie. That's been proven plenty of times. There's no dispute about that. So she talked to Amy. That's a fact. She even called me up. Amy called me up. She went on a so-called 8-hour phone call. But Amber claims, oh, I was on the phone for 8 hours. Well, if she could do an 8-hour live stream, a 10-hour live stream dragging somebody, I'm sure she could be on the phone call in and out for 8 hours. That's just my opinion on it. For a group phone call. Just saying. So she was talking shit. She was mad. You can't even own being upset. She can't even admit, I talked shit. Some of it wasn't true. I'm sorry. She can't do that. Amber can't own and take responsibility for nothing. All right? She can't take responsibility for anything. So what does she do? She cries the victim. When Jamie's mad, Jamie's abusing me. Well, Amber went up on his panel to try to work it out after the Amy thing blew up. I was there. Everyone here in this chat probably heard it and remembers. And says, oh, I talked to Amy. I talked to Jur. She talked to another friend. I'm not going to mention her name. But then we find out that's been exposed was Amber was talking to other people too. And this was before the breakup. Interesting. This was interesting, to learn that she was talking shit even before this. So I know Amber. We all know Amber. I know she talks shit sometimes. Some of it's not accurate. Some of it's not true. She gets angry. Like anyone else. Amy's one of the biggest shit talkers you'll meet on here. That's just a fact. But instead of Amy being a friend and listening to a pissed off Amber, who got angry she got dumped, Amy took it seriously. All right? Amy thought that these so-called allegations of some sort, that Jamie was verbally abusive and Jamie couldn't get it up. Crap. And a bunch of other sexual details I'm not even going to talk about on here. Yeah. And then on with the gay bashing and everything else that went along with it. And then I had to, on the phone call with Amy, have to explain things to her because she thought she knew it all. She thought she knew, she thought she understood it all. But I don't believe for 1 minute that Amber was telling the whole truth. Absolutely. As Hockett. Jamie's not fake. That's the difference. At least Jamie owns his shit. And if he's sorry, he apologizes. But I just shake my head. With Amber sitting there playing the victim and saying, "How dare you, Jamie?" And it's like, wah, wah, wah. Because right after Amy's phone call, I didn't take Amy's word for it. I didn't take her word for anything. Because as you heard tonight on Jamie's, me and Amy had trust issues. I had trust issues with Amy. For obvious reasons. So I fact-checked it. I fact-checked. And Amber tells me, "Oh, that's not true. That never happened. That's not true. That never happened. Oh, here's what happened with that allegation. Oh, I never said that." So Amber sets the record straight in private message with me, saying, "Oh, here's what actually happened. Okay." So she sets the record straight with me, tells Amy something completely different. So what was Amber doing? Talking shit because she was pissed? So if Jamie gets pissed, he gets demonized for it. But if Amber gets pissed and talks shit, she gets a medal for it. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. And Jamie takes responsibility for what he does. He says, "Yes, I did this. Yes, I got contacted by Tiffany and we had a little talk. Yes, I did that. Kraftels made sure everyone knew about it. But You see? So then comes the conspiracy that, oh, Tiffany's coming back. Oh, really? Then why was she banned the other day on her little alt that she has going at me? Maybe because she's not welcome. She's not wanted around. Now let me explain something to some of the hate watchers that may be lurking. All right. We all know Tiffany and Jamie. They had this relationship going. And yes, it's common knowledge that Tiffany took a big shit on Jamie, his community, his friends, and did a lot of nasty, fucked up shit. It's no secret. However, sometimes when you have a relationship like that, toxic or not, regardless of what they do, what the other party does, you still develop these feelings. Hey, Lindsay. So we all know what Tiffany did. But regardless, he had feelings that were still there. It's perfectly normal. Because I was in a relationship before, and regardless of the nasty shit he did and the stuff I found out, I still had feelings afterwards. Now, am I going to go back? Am I going to go run back to the guy? Fuck no. He's a scumbucket. He's a scuzz bucket. He's a scuzz bucket, my ex. But I can understand, I can relate to Jamie still having feeling something. But then they turn that into, oh, he's still in love with Tiffany. They're going to be making up and she'll be back soon enough. He's behind the scenes, running everything. Blah, 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 blah. All right. If you think you know it all, haters, prove it. Bring out your receipts. Because if Tiffany's in my chat, which I'm seeing she's not. I don't see someone named Tiffany or a strange alt or sock puppet, as like some people like to call it. If I see Tiffany, she's gone. She's more trouble than she's worth. Hey, Rachel. Tiffany is more trouble than she's worth. So if they think they know it all, why don't they just bring out the receipts? Because there are none. They can't prove shit. They say, oh, I think this is Tiffany. Oh, Miss Underboob is Tiffany. We can't prove it. We have no proof of it. She's not causing any trouble in chat. So why would we ban her? Why would we ban Miss Underboob? Or misunderstood? If you could prove any alt account or sock is Tiffany, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, S Hockett, I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. But it doesn't equate to, oh, I want you back. You ruined you took away my income. You took away some of my support. You did this, you did that. So you're going to sit there and take the woman back, even after she cheated on her living, and lied about that, lied about her relationship to Jeff. She lied. We all heard the audio tape recordings of her being verbally and physically abusive. You know what? You want to know what I think? I really have to give this some thought, because CJ actually says there's no difference. There's a big difference between Tiffany and Amber. Well, I see similarities. It's a totally different situation, but we have two different outcomes right now. So what I'm thinking, this is just a theory, but I'm thinking Tiffany wasn't really liked in the first place. Now, I'm first to admit, I started seeing red flags in her at the beginning. When them two broke up, I was nice to her because I didn't want her to go flip to the other side. I'm just being frank here. I had concerns of that. But what did she do? So I think Tiffany wasn't that popular in the first place. She was just an accessory in many people's. Yeah, I think that's that's what I'm thinking too, as Hockett. A lot of people didn't like her, but then Amber comes along and she seems likable and talkative and sometimes relatable. So when them two broke up, it was like, oh my, oh my God. So then when Amber started her lying, she started talking shit. She started with her bullshit. And then everyone knows when you do that, you're going to get a response on here, aren't you? You're going to get a response. And we all know if you start telling lies, especially in this area of the community, screenshots are going to be put right up. And you're going to get fucking debunked. No way, Jose. But then I'm thinking maybe subconsciously people were mad at Jamie for defending himself because they liked Amber and they thought it was mean or condescending in a way. So Amber just sits there and plays the victim perfectly. Because I've also noticed that Jamie hasn't even been talking about her. Jamie hasn't been talking about her one bit. And then something else like drops. Something else drops and it's like, we're at it again? We're at this again. Hey, Mal. How dare you dox my cousin? What are you talking about, Mal? Yeah, that's just the theory I had on how this whole thing split everything up. So oh, okay, Mal. I thought you were hello, Mal. So yesterday, Jamie decided to stream Darling Nikki. And she was actually hitting it on the head. She was actually hitting it on the head, telling it like it was. And I was going, yeah. So Nikki has been paying attention. I think she's one of the few around here that's been paying attention to everything that's been going around. She's been watching me, liking, and hey, you know, and she sees right through Amber. She sees right through Amber. And at first, when this all went down, I didn't really want to be involved in it. I viewed it as it was Jamie's business and Amber's business. It was between them two. But everyone thought that they're all crying and trying to expose the other in this whole mess. All I want is for Amber to stop with the lies and to take responsibility for her part. We're not blaming this whole thing on Amber. For fuck's sakes. At least I'm not. And here's the thing. I don't hate Amber. I don't hate Amber. I don't even hate Amy, for fuck's sakes. I just don't like some of the things that Amy's been doing. I don't like some of the things that Amber's been doing. Shit. I don't like everything Jamie does either. But I'm not going to go scream like a Karen on the top of my lungs and be a fucking hypocrite and entertain people that say that they could do whatever they want, but they could play with whatever rules they want, but how dare you do that to me? Shit. How dare you? You know, it's getting to the point where it's laughable. Yeah. You see, S. Haka doesn't hate Amber. Rachel doesn't hate Amber. We're just sick of the back and forth. We want Amber to sit there and admit her role in this all. Take responsibility for it. Take responsibility for your actions. Now, if I take responsibility for my actions, Siren takes responsibility for his actions, Jamie takes responsibility for his actions, so can you, Amber. Damn. If we can admit what we do wrong on here, and if we're sorry for it, reissue an apology, so can you. This community is more forgiving to people who tell the truth. And fess up. Than people that keep going on with the false narrative. And Nikki's right. There are plenty of people that don't support Amber, that run in the same circles. And Jamie had a point this afternoon. I agree with them halfway with the Amy thing. Yes. Amber hung her friend Amy out to dry. In a way. hate Amy or not. Oh, hey, Wendy. Hate Amy or not. She was used by Amber. But Amy is responsible for her own actions on here. Nobody had a gun to Amy's head and told her to blab. Nobody has a gun to her head and made her make all those loony community posts. Nobody had a gun to Amy's head while she calls CPS on others. Amy did that all on her own. Because she wanted to. So let people judge Amy for her own actions and judge Amber for hers. And I seen Amy in Jamie's chat today. At least she's being transparent. She says, I don't want to be friends. That's fair. But Amber needs to be exposed. Let's compare notes. So I could deal with that. I could deal with a one night with Amy on panel with Jamie to get to the truth on this. So here's my advice to Amber. If she's listening, come clean now. Before this all spirals and there's no way out for you. Because there's something there's a few things that people don't, that is not widely known. So a little bit, I think it was after the 4-hour live. Wait a minute. I don't know if it's after the 4-hour first live or the second. I'm not sure. I have to double check my messages. But Amber actually took away wrenches from Legion members. After, I think this was after the 10-hour live, that went to hell. Now that chat was brutal. I'll tell you that. I'm not kidding you, ass Hocket. And if I'm called a liar, I will show you receipts. I will show receipts. Because I was in that chat accused of muting or silencing Lycan Legion haters. I was accused of being biased. No, I wasn't doing that. That's absolutely false. The only ones I was getting rid of were the trolls that were making threats. It was bad. And how does she repay some of us that took time out of her day? How does she repay us? To time out or remove people making threats and sometimes racial slurs and other things that aren't allowed on YouTube. She takes our wrenches and tells us she basically gives us the finger. Mm-hmm. And then we try to give her advice behind the scenes and how to handle everything. She didn't take any of that because, for what I'm seeing or hearing, her chats are a no holds bar shit show. With the haters going in, fighting with each other. As long as you go along with the narrative, as long as you hate, you're all okay there. It became disgusting to the point where I don't even go over there anymore. Why would I want my eyes to hurt with all these so-called sock puppet accounts who no one knows who they are, making threats, using racial slurs, homophobic language. Oh, speaking of homophobic language, I hear Hooker is back using the F word. Wow. Does that make Hooker feel warm and fuzzy inside? Using that. Sorry, but I thought from a lesbian, she'd be a little more sensitive to that type of language or, but apparently she has no problem gay bashing people in her own on her own stream on her own channel. So it is what it is, but I'm not going to say it's right. So apparently, I'm hearing, don't quote me on this one, that Amber had to restart her stream because of Hooker. Yeah, I heard this on Lindsay's today. So Amber is going through what you call stream and make private her streams. So I can't even go over and look. For myself, it's like that's strange. Did she go down again? Oh no, here she is. Yeah, her live is down. I just checked and her live's down or put on private. Yeah, the video isn't privately available. So here she goes. So I realized all my past streams were saved on StreamYard. So if any people did not get to catch or want for various reasons, let me know and I can send a link. So what is it, Amber? You don't want to get caught in your fuckery, so you just stream and make private, so no one can catch the replay, so no clips can be made, or what's the deal there? So what's the deal? It's getting to the point where you just do a stream, things got out of hand, you just say screw it, just private the stream, and oh, there goes my responsibility. There goes my I can deny I did anything wrong. Crap, it's so I'm actually looking forward to Monday. So let's see what can be exposed. I really want this back and forth to stop. It's done enough damage, and it's getting to the point where it's so. Oh, wow. So so a few of the comments in Lindsay's today was talking about Amber being a people pleaser. Now, I think she is in a way. I'm just going to explain that before we go tonight. I don't think she's. I think she's just going along with what's popular, what the popular opinion is, without regard to the truth. And she's just going along with it and feeding the flames, feeding the fire, pouring gas on the fire as you speak. Just so she gets more and more support. Or she's trying to please everyone in chat so that, oh, please don't go. You can do what you want in here. She's trying to please the majority of her new supporters or whatever that hate Jamie. That it's weird, It's like she's trying to please herself, but at the same time, she's trying to make everybody, the majority of the people, happy. But she don't care about what the truth is. She knows it's half. I think Amber realizes half the shit got out of control. It's probably on a lot of it's on her, but she probably might say, "Oh, it is what it is," or something, and she's not going to go. I don't see her going live and saying, well, I did this and I did that. That isn't true. Or I said this, it isn't true. I'm sorry. I don't see her doing that. I don't see her doing that because that will make Amber look bad. I think that will make Amber look bad. So, I don't see her doing that. So, no. So I think she realizes everything got out of control due to her own actions. She's just going along with the flow with the majority opinion and says, "Oh, here we go. I got all these new supporters. I stole some from Jamie. Oh, she got out good. She's maybe saying to herself, I came out good with this." But here's just my opinion. I think some of this hollow victory of Amber's is just temporary. It's just it may take a few weeks, it may take a few months, it could take 6 months. But did you ever hear the old saying, the truth always comes out, if you want it to or not? So maybe you should be honest to begin with, instead of resorting to this. And one other thing about CJ that I've noticed throughout this whole year. Don't take this the wrong way, CJ, but you don't play with a full deck. Now, what do I mean by that? Through CJ's own admission, she has mental health problems. All right. So sometimes her point of view and things get clouded. In this delusionary little world of hers. And she thinks something's happening when it's not. Yeah, that's true. That too, as Haka, but with CJ, she fully admits that she has mental health problems, and it's showing right now. So CJ, if you're seeing this, get some help, please. And the same thing goes to you, Amber. And the same thing goes to Amy. All right? Get some help. This hate that you have in your hearts isn't worth anything. Is it? This hatred, the backstabbing, we don't It's not our intention as you running YouTube channels to sit there and be an adult daycare center. And if we did run an adult daycare or a daycare center, some of these people would have red bottoms from the spankings. I'm serious, you know? I'm serious. It's like, ugh. So, all right, everyone. I just wanted to get on late. I didn't want to get on too late, but I want to thank everyone for coming today, and please hit the thumbs up on the way out. And till I see you again. And for everyone, Moon is live, so I just see Moon just went live, so a few minutes ago. So head over there, everyone. All right. See you over there. Bye-bye.